Hey everybody, welcome to another Age of Grogo reaction video, and I am going to be re-reacting to episode 3 of season 1 of One Piece. If you have not had the chance, go check out episodes 1 and 2 on the re-reaction. And I say re-reaction once again because I've seen this a couple of times already, but it's been about a year and a half since I last checked it out. And I decided a month before season 2 of One Piece, I'm going to go check out all the episodes again, but actually record a reaction this time around. Partially because there are little things along the way that I just forgotten about, and two, I like to kind of bring up. I'm a production designer by trade, and it's kind of fun to just talk about the process. Even though I never worked on the series, it's fun to talk about the process of how a show like this comes together. If I see things that spark my interest on production, set, costume, camera work, I'm always interested to see how they choose to do certain things. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well as we're watching this reaction. Up to this point, when I first saw the series, I was fully in all the way. First episode, I was definitely like, okay, this is very different than what I'd seen before, but very quickly this show became like one of my favorite shows of the year when it came out in 2023. But on top of it, I'm just I love the characters. I love the story. I love the characters. I've never watched the anime or never read the manga comics whatsoever, but at the same time, I'm all down for this. Obviously, being a TV show, there are little bits and pieces that can't fill in the gaps of the grandest scheme of what the animated show is, and I fully understand that. But at the same time, I'm trying to avoid spoilers into what happens from these points on. I do know that the first season kind of roughly takes place in the first 50 episodes or so of the animated series, so I'm going to get to a few seasons in before I kind of start going, they never filled in this question. I'm kind of curious as to what people might, have an idea of and how things play out. So, anyway, let's join on the adventure, guys. Let's go check out episode 3 of One Piece, which is titled Tell No Tales. Let's do this. Alright, Syrup Village, 7 years ago. Ah, yes, young Usopp. Now I remember. The boy who cried wolf. I am curious as to what gave Usopp a overactive imagination like this. And of course, again, the opening designs, it's Usopp's little headpiece and his little slingshot, which I think is very cool. It's a great introduction to different characters, referring to each episode, so I can't wait to see what Season 2 brings all about. Alright, so we have Nami the trader. I like the fact that she's able to understand maps, that she's a map creator, which is very cool. Yeah, no.
Nami, I think the toilet's busted.
There's a toilet. Ooh. It's so adorable.
Worthy of the Straw Hat Crew.
Wait, Straw Hat Crew, really?
The Straw Hat
I
Crew.
thought it got a nice ring to it.
Demon has a nice ring to it. Headgear.
Okay, so bringing back Garp in the whole story again, yeah.
Why did I have to get dragged along for this?
I wonder how much effort had to go into the cast here into being seafaring, because they're obviously on board an actual ship. It feels like this is really in the ocean. This is not just a sound stage with a fake ship here. It kind of has the vibes that they actually are in, some sort of dock. You can see that was like everything's moving in the background. The ropes are moving, stuff like that. So there is physical movement under their feet. Whether they're just sitting there in docked at a bay or whatever it may be, this feels like it is really actually in the, outside in a real location. there is such great development eventually in this character to show where he is and where he ends up towards the end of at least season one. So
Didn't think
this
you left.
set is obviously a set somewhere in a sound, in a backlot kind of area. Well, maybe, yeah. It feels like this whole street
Right.
scene exists as part of the design
You got us a ship?
for the show itself.
Following us here.
They must have spent months building a town like
Well, we're
this
not going to
too.
be here for very long. Turns
I mean,
out
there
Stark
might be
Village
some
is
real
known for their
locations that they've
shipbuilding.
actually adapted some of their sets to, but in this case, it's it feels like it's full on set. Buggy.
Stupid.
Stupid clown. Yep. Oh, is this where?
Well, it's about time one of my sorry excuses
Oh, it's Argon.
for a supporting cast
One of his
showed up.
crew.
Now get out of my light!
He's just completely crazy and mad.
We're
Yeah,
closed.
Argon's people.
Show's on hiatus.
Wouldn't be able to sail a ship anywhere near that size. There's only three of us.
3 of us right now.
Yeah.
Well, unless you could find another weird, desperate soul to help us.
I don't know. But we can't steal
I
one.
I love
What kind of pirate are you?
I love the moral element of Luffy.
A ship is not just a ship. It's a part of our crew. We need to find the perfect one. And we're gonna get it.
I love that Luffy just lives in this little fantasy world of his own where he just believes, but the thing is that his beliefs make it reality, which is fantastic. Especially a moment like this. He sees the ship, he knows this is it, and he finds a way and still manages to get it without having to go through the process. The Mary. Uh-huh. Now, a cool little thing I'm going to let you all in on. I'm going to be building a set piece coming up this week, which is going to be for promo stuff for One Piece Season 2. And part of that set design is I get to reproduce part of the Mary as a set piece that the cast are going to be interviewed on, and that's going to be coming up in the coming month. So it's going to be a fun piece. I'm not going to be able to show any video footage of what we're building, and it's nowhere near the scale, obviously, as this, but it is a promo video that will be shot and end up on interviews and TV spots and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. We actually start this coming week.
I found our ship. And this guy will sell it.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Yeah, the ship. We'll take it.
He scrubs barnacles and cleans birds.
He can't help us.
Wait. I can help you.
You play?
A little, sir.
Good.
I really like this interaction here between Garp and Kobe. A, it's a get to know each other character, and B, obviously, Garp is drilling Kobe for information. But at the same time, it's just a great way to connect the characters. And it also makes me kind of wonder down the track how their relationship's going to be and how that's
Never
going
seen
to
a house this big before.
play out.
Well, she lives here with her butler and a few other staff.
Ah, yes, the butler. The creepy butler.
Most people only care about themselves and what's theirs.
Sounds like someone I know.
I like how we just have little shades of Nami's kind of background there
Why?
popping through.
Rob place blind.
Every character has wonderful character developments. See where they are and where they go
This guy's
is always such a great thing.
But as long as he gets us some...
Oops, you know, there's actually a more
These are
exclusive
the
entrance back this way.
cat crew. I can't remember.
Usopp.
Kaya.
What a wonderful surprise.
First, I didn't know what to think of Kaya when I first saw her. I thought it was an interesting story,
You remember?
but I wasn't how
Of course
much
I
it was
did.
going to connect with the overall thing. But I love the fact that she owns the shipyard, and that she didn't die in this story too. Like, she actually gets the chance to, survive, and I'm wondering where her story goes down the track. Whether we come back here or not ever again, I'm not too
You
sure.
almost stay for dinner.
But I would love to see that.
Miss
I would love
Gaia.
to see
It
You
is
know,
a bit last minute.
her come in
I'm afraid the kitchen hasn't
to the
prepared
fold
for the
later
extra
on.
guests.
Who knows? I'm not too sure. These two are just clowns. Yeah. That's it. I remember now, Zoro suspects something there. Again, production design is incredible. Obviously, the exteriors are a real location. I'm going to assume the inside of this house is possibly a set, because they go in and out between walls, stuff like that. You know, again, the fact that Usopp is just like this dreamer. That all the characters are somewhat dreamers. He's a dreamer like Luffy for sure. So it's really fun to see Usopp kind of get to live the actual adventure at the end of this. Well, at the end of this little run of the story. That he's going to be actually part of the crew. And that there'll be development, because he's a fraidy cat. Every time that you see him interact with something, he gets scared. And I want to see this development of this character get stronger and stronger. I can't wait to see where this character goes to. Oh yeah, the blue medicine. I forgot about that.
Why would anyone even need this many clothes?
It's not about need with these people. It's about want.
This is the epitome of an incredible production
When are you
design
ever going to get the opportunity
room.
to
Like, how cool is that the amount of costumes that they have are so much that they put them on the ceiling, and it's just really cool set design. Not to mention really cool lighting and
look like
everything in
Nami.
this room. Yeah, right. That looks kind of like
Something black.
something black.
edgy?
Does that butler seem familiar? I swear I've seen him somewhere.
Again, just really cool production design.
What's this?
You do so much for me. Not as a butler, as a friend.
I mean, it was pretty obvious from the get-go that obviously there was something wrong with the butler, but the constant, connection to the blue tea was always like, yeah, that's poison.
Something to happen to you.
And, he plays a good comic book hero, this guy. He plays a really good comic book villain as well, this guy. I mean, look at that face. Absolute comic book villain. 100%.
Still your move, son.
Sorry, sir.
I love the observation where he's looking at Kobe's strategy,
Game.
trying to understand
You're overthinking things, son.
and see how good he could be. But it's also character building for Kobe as well.
2 minutes.
I mean, I'm not even sure how this game is played exactly. It's almost like a checkers
Right,
game,
your
I guess.
move.
I mean, is there rules to this game on how it's played? Is it actually an existing game? It exists in the One Piece world, and how does it play? Or is this just for the live action show itself? I wonder.
Louder.
I love how they'll
Especially
use
with
the
these
use of a
young
split screen,
upstarts.
even if they're face to face with
Need a
each other
swift
like
hand to
that.
put them back in their-
It's very comic book element and accurate, but very cool at the same time.
You ever had dragon?
Nope. You have dragon?
Afraid we're fresh out.
At first, I was afraid that Luffy and Usopp were going to be just too similar of a characters to each other, because they both had the same dreamer mentality, but they really managed to develop Usopp quite a bit stronger.
You know,
Oh yes, I forgot the lamb.
Always been interested
Well-
in learning about the.
Seen photo images of him in the cartoon. He's obviously a sheep as such, or a ram or sheep, and I like how they blend in again the absurdness of the headpieces to characters like this, especially the ones that is the accountant.
I'm so glad you could make it. Belonged to my mother. It was one of her favorites.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not at all. I'm sure she would agree. It suits
I love how Nami's proven wrong at this point to just, what she thinks of people who are rich, that not everyone's that like that.
Shall we all move to the dining room?
Food. Oh, Luffy. So yeah, this is definitely a set because when they cross through a room from one room to the next, there is no wall that's physically there. So the entire set here, or the entire house interior, is absolutely a set, pre-built, so they can do those cutaways when they pan left and right through one room into the next. I love the plates all over the background wall there. Again, it's just really creative.
Well, Miss Kaya's medical condition necessitates that I closely monitor her dietary needs.
Does it mean you also speak for her?
Ouch.
I'll take your fish.
Stop mentioning that you're sailors.
Nope, not sailors. We're pirates.
Ooh. Ah. I love that.
Raided a marine base and taken down a captain with an axe. Or a hand.
Sound a lot like your adventures, Usopp.
Yep. He feels upstaged. I love that too.
Hell yeah. And we're just getting started.
I love the music build up too, though.
We're heading up to the Grand Line,
Nice.
where even more adventures await us.
I really wish that Kaya would have gone with them. Like, there's that part of me that really. She has a purpose, was the ship, but it's really. Oh, snap.
That went pretty well.
No, it didn't, Luffy.
Don't you think?
Again, I love Luffy's optimism.
Am I interrupting something?
No, you've just saved me from getting beaten again.
Nice.
This is your chance to show me what you've got, cadet. Don't waste it.
Yes, sir.
See, I got a question at this point. Did Garp let Kobe win? Or I think he didn't let Kobe win. I think Kobe naturally won. I think that was the point of the actual gag there, that Kobe was and is that insightful. I really love the performance with the idea of the costuming and the headpiece and everything, that he really acts like a sheep. Even though he's human.
I have run this estate for
I love the unibrow too, it's kind of funny.
It's
It's great makeup.
Run the family business.
Ooh. That's it, I forgot he had super speed. So I wonder which devil fruit that he ate. What kind of devil fruit is it? Makes him very dangerous though, super fast.
Club at all. I won't stand for this any longer.
Oh! Great visual too. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. He takes out the Looks so wicked. Don't trust the butler, kids. This guy is so awesome as Argon. Yeah. Again, I love the way they use the posters that they interact with, and as a, especially for someone who knows nothing about the characters and what these pirates are actually valued at, and it sells so many points so quickly. I love his shark, his fin on his back and everything. Again, really incredible makeup. It's probably really hard to wear a prosthetic piece like the nose piece that's that large, because it's going to limit you in some ways.
I've got eyes and ears everywhere.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. His ear. I remember that now. It was so wrong. It was so creepy.
Where are you going anyways?
I'm looking for a drink. This place is a maze.
Midnight snack.
Yep.
Of course.
I'm going to assume that the animated version of Luffy is the same in the sense of, like, he's always eating food, he's always hungry, he's always snacking, he burns through energy really quickly, is my guess. Nami's off for looking for parts, of course, little treasures and trinkets.
What are you doing? Is everything right?
Sorry, this house is so massive. I was just trying to find the bathroom.
With the pillowcase.
But I am who I am.
I love this interconnection because it really starts to show Nami's human side. But I also love the fact that Kaya is very understanding
No, of course not.
of all this
I
too.
simply meant, what's the point in having so much if you can't share it with others?
And proving Nami wrong completely. It's just really well structured, very well written, and
You don't even know me.
I just love this interaction. It's so emotional.
That's a start.
Again, really powerful stuff.
Everyone's so careful around me. Like one wrong move and I'll break. I don't want your pity.
Well, you won't get it then.
All that stuff true that you said about the clown and the axe hand guy? Every word?
I mean, they're not as exciting as your adventures.
Yeah.
Your parents. What happened to them?
They died at sea.
See, now that also makes me question, did her parents really die at sea? Will they be found somewhere out on the Grand Line and just washed up on a beach somewhere and stranded? That'd be cool. That'd be a cool story. The big thing, I guess, is the fact that if they go to the Grand Line, I guess there's no way easily to get back to the East Blue. So I imagine that once we hit the Grand Line, there won't be any traveling back to this area so simply, is my guess. Again, I'm not up for spoilers, but I'm kind of curious whether that's the impression we get. No matter what, all the adventure takes place in the Grand Line after this point, after the first season, I guess. So we may never see some of these characters again unless they follow through into the Grand Line, is what my guess is.
You don't think she like me, do you?
You're asking the wrong guy.
That's so funny.
He's your dad?
Yeah, why, you heard of him?
Heard of him? I know him!
Oh, that's it.
He's a part of Shen's crew!
Oh yeah, that's it. I forgot about that.
You know my dad?
Yeah, I do. He's the best.
If you guys are gonna talk about feelings, I'm really gonna need a drink.
Oh, there's a wine cellar in the basement.
That's good. Yep.
Why don't you tell me that before?
Oh man, you gotta love Zorro. Oh, the poison. That's it. Now I remember. Yeah. Oh. Luffy does get himself into a lot of trouble, doesn't he? I assume that's an ongoing thing throughout the course of the animated show, and I'm gonna guess it'll be an ongoing thing throughout the course of the live action.
Hey, I'm pretty sure they keep the.
That's the hardest thing about when a company shoots overseas like they do in South Africa. I'm still don't know if this is built as a set or whether this is actually a location, because it's the architecture is so intensely cool. It could very well be real. All of me wants to say it's shot in the set. The difference between shooting in a set and a soundstage is that you get to control the environment when you're shooting. In other words, you've got no sounds like echoes and bouncing around. A place like this in a real location that they would dress up might end up having too much echo and bounce of the sound. So, no, part of me wants to say it's a set. There's a lot of control over how the lighting is and how everything is here. Nice! He's only 4 million under Argo. He's pretty high up there. Yes.
So I will collect the bounty tonight.
I love how the music change happens here too. You can just feel the tension, the drama. Oh, smack. Damn.
Why don't you join me for breakfast tomorrow? Your friends too.
I like the shield breaking down around Nami. Such a great moment.
Don't forget your
Such
pillow.
a great... Yeah. Such a great character arc for Nami, especially here when she puts it all back. Yeah, it's so good.
Because you're twice my size and half
These
as
two are
smart.
absolute like typical goons, but perfectly brilliant.
No trace left behind.
At least they left Zoro with the swords. And it goes back to the boy who cried wolf once again. Nobody believes him. Cry wolf long enough and no one's going to believe you. When it really happens, again, goes to the character development, especially in season 1 where he ends up, starts to end up. Obviously, I want to see Usopp succeed in the highest way.
Before he gets himself in serious trouble.
Hey, let me go.
I like that a lot of the character, or pretty much all the characters, get a flashback sequence to their younger self too, at some point during season 1, because it's really important to know where these characters come from, who from their childhood, what makes them be the way they are, and I think that's also very very awesome in the storytelling. You get this sense of understanding why they are like they are in this messed up world in some cases.
Mom? Mom?
Ah, man. Ah. Perfect timing. Alright, there you go. Episode 3. They left you on a bit of an emotional arc there. At least I got a little teary-eyed at the end. I forgot that little moment, that little beat at the end there. Was Usopp. He's an interesting character. I was not necessarily a fan of the design of the artwork. I don't know. There's something about the large nose and how they animated the character. And again, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, so I think he was a little bit weird and a little bit creepy to me for some reason in animated form. What did you guys think? Usopp as a animated, kind of distorted face in some ways compared to the version we got in the live action. I think the actor, I don't know his name off the top of my head. Hang on a second. Jacob Gibson is the name of the actor. He played this character very well. This character has a lot of heart, a lot of love, and he's the dreamer as much as Luffy is. And again, that's what I was originally saying. It was like they started to feel like very similar characters, and sometimes if you get 2 characters that are too similar to each other, they can conflict off of each other, and throw a show or a story out a little bit. But with good reason, I think they developed these 2 characters similar at the beginning, because you get to see some of that play on down the track when they're head to head with each other about who's being captain. And I did like how that played out too. So there was a reason that these 2 dreamers are side by side of each other right now. So at the time when I was first watching it, I was a little bit like, okay, I feel like we're copying characters. But Usopp goes on during the course of the season to be his own character, in my opinion, and he breaks away from that. As for Kaya, I think she is a wonderful, wonderful character. It sets the story in motion in where you have, the one person who owns the shipyards, that they've got the ability of giving the ship away if they decide to, or selling it, or whatever it may be. So I'm glad that was set in motion, and it makes a very, it just makes everything worth these characters are fighting for, and the way they go about it. They could either steal a ship or they could earn it. And in this case, as the story goes into next week's into episode 4, I should say, they managed to earn it, which I think is a very, very strong. You don't have to go the simple and easy way, and the wrong way to get something in life. You sometimes have to spend some time and earn it, and something will come to you if you earn it that way. And that's what this show's, seems to be about in season 1, is that if you actually struggle and fight and stand up for what you want, you will have something come your way and you will earn that. Again, the animated show may do things differently, but I doubt that very much. I feel like that's what the endearing love is for the animated show is, and the manga is that these characters are endearing characters for that reason. What else about this series? This episode, I should say. Garp and Kobe, I think, are a excellent pair up of characters, and it's really fun to see that development start to flourish of those two characters. And it also makes me question, down the track, I'm going to assume that Garp and Kobe end up by following Luffy into the Grand Line somehow. That's where I would imagine that'd go, because you're going to want those characters around. If they leave everything behind in season 1, then, we don't get to have any of these conflicts. We're going to see characters like Buggy follow through, and then Argon has an arc, which is really good. Oh, we didn't talk about Argon as well. Argon, again, from what we get to see, he's the big, powerful, menacing character, very strong, and I was looking forward to seeing when I first watched it, how this character plays into the whole story. At this point, I still had no idea that that Nami actually, was in the situation she was in. And, again, we'll play that down the track when we start watching those episodes. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the fact that we get introduced to these characters now one by one as the new crews start to come on board. I'm glad that we get the chance to spend at least 2 episodes with the development of Usopp. It helps strengthen the bonds between those characters without muddying the waters and adding too many people at the same time. I'm going to assume there's just a core group of the crew in season 1. I assume they will add to that crew in season 2 when they reach the Grand Line, and I really am looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Anyway, guys, that's about all I've got right now. If you enjoyed this reaction, please like and subscribe if you have not already. And I will be dropping episode 4 on Sunday tomorrow. So I will catch you all later.